Brian Anderson. With me tonight, Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson, with Allie LaForce joining us courtside. And it's the Suns to start out. Ayton with a screen. And the foul on Chris Paul. That's his first foul of the game. Well, you got to expect a low-scoring game tonight, Grant. Two terrific defensive clubs fighting to lock each other down.
Both these teams are elite on the defensive end. These guys won't be making it easy out there. When there's lots of stops, lots of forced turnovers, it can be very difficult to find a scoring rhythm.
First team foul.
Campaign is the perfect example of how beneficial the G League can be, Richard.
Yeah, it gave him a chance to play real minutes, and it kept him sharpening his skills. Then he got to come back into the league better than ever. A true success story.
Booker fires from way outside. And off there, he misses his first shot of the night. Paul can't get it to go. Here's Durant. Going inside. And it's slammed in by Durant.
This is how terrifying Durant can be on the drive, using those long strides and then taking flight.
Fader on the way. No luck on that one. And Phoenix the other way now. Yes, and it's Booker with the setup. Durant's got his second basket of the game.
How many guys his size can pull up off the dribble and move like that? Durant is the real unicorn. And they can breathe a little easier on their fourth shot. They finally hit the target.
Here's Durant. The Suns getting their last shot to go. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to be on DeAndre Ayton.
So clever with the pump fake. Durant is so good at scoring that if he pump fakes, you better jump.
And he's good on the second.
And the Phoenix Suns have been a completely different team since acquiring Chris Paul. He's the leader of this team, and he helps set the tone on both ends.
Second chance shot. Ooh, Durant with some nice D. Booker for three. The Suns clear it.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Here's Durant. Not going to go that time. Ayton with the defensive effort. Boy, the city of Phoenix really embracing Chris Paul as soon as he arrived.
Yeah, I mean, he's in the latter stages of his career now. But you would never know it based on how hard he plays every single night. He just makes everyone on this team so much better.
Ooh, Durant with some nice D.
Yeah, just a little off his game this quarter. He's trying to work his way into a rhythm.
Finally gets one to go. That makes him 1 for 5 in this game.
I love the confidence that Durant plays with. The closer he gets to the rim, the more dangerous he becomes.
The Suns trailing. Durant draws the double. Paul for three. And Ayton pulls it down. Durant with it. And it's Payne picking him up. For three, Booker. Knocks it down from distance. Booker's got 6.
At the arc, Booker is pretty efficient. This man can hurt you from downtown if you're not careful.
Pass to Okogie. Paul with it. From outside the arc. Kevin Durant pulls it in.
Okay, so if I were to say this was a disaster of a period for him, it would be an understatement. But hey, sometimes you got to shoot your way out of the slump, even for him.
Drives to the hoop. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And you see those long strides of Durant eating up ground in a hurry.
And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
All right, here's a tip for the defense in this one. Avoid sending Chris Paul to the line at all costs because he will punish you if you do.
Taking 2 shots.
That free throw misses. Well, when it comes to free throw shooting, Paul is one of the best in the league.
Well, in 2021, he was the best in the league, hitting 93% of his shots he took from the stripe. You're simply better off letting him take the shot clean.
Now here's Booker. He's a tough guy to check, averaging almost 28 points a game. The drive by Ross. And there's a whistle that goes on Terrence Ross. That's his first foul.
Yeah, he was ready for the hop step all the way. He gets the position, holds his ground, and draws the charge.
Booker fires from way outside. Kept alive.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
Oh,
yes.
Whoa.
Throw it down.
Oh! He's a living highlight reel.
Seriously, that could end up being one of the best dunks of the year. Now here's Ayton. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Another shot. The shot comes out. Ooh, good work defensively by Biyombo. Now Booker. Lee on the wing. Stolen by Payne. Here's Booker. And Ayton with the stuff.
Unsurprisingly savvy pass by Booker, setting another guy up for success instead of forcing a shot.
Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And so the first quarter is in the books. The Suns on top, up by 5. Quarter number 2 coming up right after this break. Don't go anywhere.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Suns Youth.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. All right, guys, what stands out to you from the Suns in this one?
Give it up for their D. They're battling, communicating, and coming up with key stops.
It's been a group effort, and that's what it takes to play the kind of defense that they've played. Great showing from them.
Pass to Lee. The 3. The Suns leading. One thing you notice about these Suns, RJ, many of them are considered strong two-way talents.
And that is such a list for your team. Having guys that can get it done on both sides of the floor instead of trying to balance a lineup of just pure specialists.
First team foul.
They might start using him a little bit more sparingly with 3 fouls already before the half.
Left side Booker. Shoots over Paul. And another basket for Phoenix.
And they found a nice flow offensively here in the second period.
Here's Paul. And the Suns get it back. The 3 from Craig. And he buries his first look.
Fantastic decision making. Ayton electing to move it for the high percentage look.
Paul with it. Durant covering. The 3 is up. No good that time. Now the Suns take it the other way. Outside Paul. Fires for 3. Tries again. Tries yet again. This one for 3. The 3 from Craig. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Their first chance to take a look at the Suns this season. For 3, Booker. And that bucket makes him 4 for 7 today. Good production.
Nice start for him beyond the arc. He's already hit 3 triples, and I'm pretty sure there's more to come.
Back to Paul. And Ayton with the stuff.
I mean, come on, a 7-footer with a 7'5" wingspan. Ayton beats everyone to the ball and converts easily.
Nice shot by Durant. And every team has them. Those games where you just don't have it. Why does that happen, Grant?
Well, B, I think, first of all, 82 games. It's a grind of a season. You factor in traveling, injuries, players out for different reasons. You're going to have moments like this where it just doesn't happen. You know what you do? You learn from it, you move on, and you get ready for the next night. And the move that really shook up the NBA world, I mean, Kevin Durant asking and receiving a trade out of Brooklyn. Now, with this team, he makes them a title favorite overnight.
Out of bounds. It'll be Phoenix's ball.
Those are the turnovers that have coaches pulling their hair out. Why do you think I'm bald?
Here's Paul. In his last outing, he had 11 points. Shot clock at 6. Left side Durant. From deep. And the Suns miss again.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
Yeah, he might have been feeling himself a little too much on that one. He can hit it, but not consistently.
On the wing, Durant. Booker for 3. That's good. And so Durant with the assist. Booker's got 8 points here in the quarter. Phoenix calls timeout. And now that they have some time to get a little bit of rest, it's time for these players to regroup while hydrating themselves with some Gatorade, looking to gain a boost of energy as they continue to play in this game.
And staying hydrated is the only surefire way to do it. An athlete's body doesn't have the same power and stamina without proper hydration. These guys will be sure to use this timeout wisely.
There's a minute 47 left in the first half. Pass to Lee. Takes the 3. And it's Devin Booker with a rebound. Back to Paul. Now Biyombo. There's a screen by Biyombo. Here's Paul. From the high post. That's good on the jumper. And the Suns lead by 13.
Good luck at trying to match up with Paul in these sets. He's just so good. It's nearly impossible trying to stop him from breaking your defense apart.
Now here's Paul. This is the most they've led, 13 points.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Pass to Lee. Here's the 3. Knocks down the long J. Lee's got his first 3 points of the game.
Great decision making from Booker, realizing one of his guys is open and whips the pass to him.
The ball's knocked loose. Paul for 3. He's off on that one. Now the Suns take it the other way. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. Following this game, they host the Magic. That'll be the end of a 3-game homestand. To the inside. Now here's Durant. On the wing, Durant. Misses off the left iron.
He expects to make every one of those, and we expect him to make them too.
Booker for 3. And that's not gonna go. And so it's the Phoenix Suns earning this break in the action, up 10. Looking to run whenever they can. That's part of why they lead. We'll be right back. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. And so here's Phoenix. It's a 10-point game. And the foul on Chris Paul. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
His 4th personal foul. We'll see how the coaching staff handles this.
Here's Durant. Ooh, good work defensively by Biyombo.
Outstanding work to send him away. They sniffed that one out.
Looking to get it going. Back to Okogie. Fires the 3. And Aiden pulls it down. And Phoenix has possession. Trailing by 10. The kick to Durant. It's good. The assist that time from Paul. Durant's got 7 points.
Sharp find by Paul, one of the best passers of all time. In 2008, Kevin Durant ran away with the Rookie of the Year award. It wasn't even really close. And still, I'm not sure we realize what an all-time great he'd become.
Hits the trifecta. Durant's got 5 points now this quarter.
What a ruthless move by Durant, dealing a big blow to the opponent's morale with that three-point answer.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Turns out that Durant's rookie season was the worst of his career, Richard.
And he was fantastic that year. But within 2 seasons, he'd become the league leader in scoring. His rebounding would improve, and by then, we knew we were watching a Hall of Famer.
Now here's Booker. 14 points for him. Outside Paul. On the wing, Durant. Drops in the 3. He's got 13.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
For 3, Booker gets it. He's 6 for 10 and looking confident out there.
And when it comes to the 3, they've been really dialed in here in the second half.
Pass to Okogie. And Biyombo with the block. Booker with it. And it's Payne picking him up. Now here's Durant. Outside Booker. Here's Biyombo. Outside Durant. Knocks down the triple. Durant's got 6 points in the quarter.
Slick shot by Durant. Gets the pass and is in his motion a second later.
Time called here. The Suns decide to talk it over. So it's both teams making substitutions here. RJ, you played with some of the greats. LeBron, Duncan, Dirk, Jason Kidd, just to name a few. But if the game were on the line, who would you want taking the last shot? Putting you on the spot here.
I'm going to be really honest. I have been in great situations with all of those guys, and they have all delivered. So this isn't, but I'm going to go with the person that's delivered the biggest shot of my career, and that was Kyrie Irving, and he hit the clutchest shot in NBA history. Argue with me if you want. You're going to lose it.
Hey, no argument here.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Craig on the wing. Jacks up a 3. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. There's the triple. Sends it home from three-point land.
Can't give those openings defensively. He'll just keep exploiting them.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, the league and the world have endured tremendous challenges in recent years. Commissioner Silver said, quote, "We found a way to keep going under very difficult circumstances. It required enormous diligence. To keep playing throughout the pandemic, we are particularly proud of that." Brian?
Hey, the show must go on. Thanks, Allie. Durant for 3. Pass to Booker to end the run. And Ayton pulls it down.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Craig with it. The kick out to Paul. And it's out of bounds. Still Phoenix's ball.
I'm not sure what happened there. You just can't give away possessions in this league.
54 seconds left in the third. Pass to Craig. Outside Booker with the drive. Ayton with the defensive effort.
And this is the type of game you just throw away as a player. He has yet to score a point and looks completely flustered.
Okogie. Second shot opportunity. Ayton, no good.
And you don't see that every day. Usually he'll convert when he gets that close to the rim.
And it's Booker again missing.
This is a game he'd like to forget. And the worst part is bringing down the whole squad.
Craig, no good. It could go. And so it's Phoenix with an impressive 16-point lead heading into the break. And their defense has stood out, wreaking havoc for the opposition. Back to the game after this break.
All right, Suns fans, here's what your Suns answer. Ready for
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first three quarters. Here's Payne. Pass to Ross. Ayton with a screen. 6 on the shot clock. Beyond the arc. And the three-pointer goes. And the Suns lead by 19.
Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
All right, guys, what's your take on the hustle stats for the Suns? Pass to Okogie. Paul for three. Phoenix grabs the miss.
It's clear he's totally out of sync. The team needs to rethink its strategy around what to do with him.
The three ball. The shot no good. And Phoenix the other way now.
Just an ugly show from him offensively. Yep, no way to describe it, just ugly, and that hasn't helped.
The shot by Payne, no good. Phoenix with the ball. It's a 22-point lead, the most they've led by.
DeAndre Ayton.
Yep, that one goes.
Yeah, when you let Ayton get the ball close, it's over. DeAndre is just too skilled.
Craig on the wing. Lets it go from deep. Oh, rejected by Ayton. And Ayton with the stuff.
Yeah, looking at Ayton using all of his height and reach, slamming it down on a helpless defense.
Outside Payne. Pass to Craig. Here's Okogie. And here's Ayton. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
First personal foul.
And when Ayton isn't playing basketball, either the live or video game version, he's often drawing.
Yeah, I mean, he grew up wanting to be an architect. I actually hear that he loves blueprints. But probably his most famous sketch, himself dunking on Joel Embiid his rookie year.
Now here's Durant. From deep three-point range. Booker's shot is good.
Shoots the lights out. Booker has limitless range.
Outside Durant. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Team foul.
It goes on Chris Paul.
At the line.
Great job drawing the foul and almost converted the shot as well.
Offensively, Durant might be the most unguardable player in NBA history. He can shoot, dribble, pass, drive, you name it. Everything he does it at a high level on top of being 7 feet tall.
To the middle. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
Chris Paul is always thinking pass first. He's so good at finding his teammates, especially when they're open.
Phoenix calls timeout.
Panthers dance team, everyone. Get loud for them once again.
Fourth quarter keeps moving along. 3 minutes gone by now.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Outside Booker. Three-pointer.
He's been tremendous at corralling misses all night long.
It's because he's reading where the shots are going and getting to the right position, just outworking everyone early on the glass.
Now here's Paul. Pass to Okogie. Back to Paul. Paul with a steal. Into the lane. Yes, and it's Booker with the setup. And the Suns lead by 19.
I love how creative Paul is at penetrating inside, talented at reading angles and exploiting the holes in the D.
And the distance between the point totals for these teams tells the whole story. Just a fantastic effort, and you have to give it up for the Suns.
Seemed like the sheer volume of three-pointers today was the deciding factor.
And they'd hit one and then just dial it up again. And it worked.
And give them credit for what'll be their 38th win of the year.
And they meet just twice, so taking the first meeting means a lot to this team.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Devin Booker.
And let's just say this, the name of the game is scoring, and yes, he provided that tonight. You're welcome.
Well, since Commissioner Silver took over, Grant, it seems the league's dress code is now leaving more, let's say, wiggle room. You good with that?
Yeah, a lot of wiggle room, at least compared to when I played, when it was more of a business casual environment. But I think it's great. Let the players be themselves. Let them be authentic. And I think in a weird kind of way, it endears these players to the fans at home watching on TV.
Like a bunch of runway models before and after every game.
No question, no question.
Foul. Second team foul.
"36 seconds left to play in the fourth.
Well, they're going to win, so he should just relax.
Third team foul. Now into the lineup for your son.
And he can't get the first one.
What you have to admire about Devin Booker is how much he scores the rock, as well as all the different ways he's able to finish.
Launches a three. Drills it from deep.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
And let me tell you, as a team, you love to hit your stride right at the crucial moments. They put this game away in style.
That's good. And so Durant with the assist.
They got a big lift from their crowd tonight, giving them the energy they needed.
You have to love their effort. This game wasn't handed to them. They took it.
First personal foul.
It's just a bad foul. Gotta be smarter than this.
The first one falls.
When Devin Booker steps on the court, you almost expect 30 or 40-point nights. Booker is that talented.
Oh, he can't stop the run as that misses. And here's Payne outside. Missed it. So no problem for Phoenix as they get the win, showing that they're the far superior team. They win it going away.
I'll tell you what, give it up for their fans. They love to watch this team dominate. You best believe.
Good evening and welcome to tonight's presentation of Noche La NBA, an annual tradition in the NBA celebrating diversity and culture, and always a pleasure to bring it to you. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. For the Suns, they continue their stretch of home games. They're getting their first look of the season at the Bucks in this one. A year ago, they each gained a victory at home, but couldn't secure a win on the road.
It's not often we get to see this matchup, but it is a doozy when we do. Just two powerhouse teams facing off.
Well, if I had a calendar, I would have circled this one. But I love it when they get together. Last year, they split the two games between them, and I'll bet their battles are just as tightly contested this year.
And the basket by Okogie. Obviously, both these teams love to attack the glass, rebounding, so that stat, Greg, could end up being a deciding factor here tonight.
There aren't going to be any free second chances tonight. These squads need to be ready to get physical and fight for every single possession.
And the dunk by Booker.
Now, he really gets up there. I mean, Devin Booker will surprise you and throw it down.
Pass to Middleton. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel. And Greg, even with teams daring Giannis to shoot from outside, his career three-point percentage stuck below 30%.
And still an elite scorer because of his proficiency at the rim. But it's been said before, if he adds the triple, he'll be truly unguardable.
A shot by Paul, nobody around. The basket good off the assist from Durant.
Yeah, defenses cannot let his range go unchallenged when CP3 gets it going from there.
Did you just see what I saw? I mean, that move was out of this world.
Executed, don't you think, to perfection, Greg. I mean, he had the rim in his sights and was not going to be stopped.
Not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
Here's Middleton. The rejection by Paul.
Always in position to make a play at either end. Chris Paul teed that one up nicely.
KD on the wing. To the middle. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot two at the free throw line.
Second personal foul.
Well, when KD asked out, you knew the Nets would get a king's ransom. Perhaps the biggest star trade we've seen in decades. But with KD on this team, they are right in the thick of it as far as contending.
That's a strange trip because typically he's pretty much money from there.
Kicks it out to Booker. To the wing on the left. 5 on the clock. KD with it. And Allen picks him up defensively.
Excellent off-ball awareness as Brook was able to get over there and swat it away.
Personal foul. First team foul.
1:58 left to play in the first quarter. And here's Holiday. With an average of around 19.5 points a game, his scoring has been a constant for them.
Boy, does that help. When Drew Holiday's connecting from the three-point line, it opens up so much of the floor.
And the shot is good.
I just think that's trouble. You're gonna let that guy shoot layups. You're asking for it.
Good work there as it goes. Antetokounmpo's got 6 points.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
At the line for the Bucks.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Bucks.
A lot of high motor play from them in this one, allowing them to kind of charge through the defense and find good looks.
Well, I want to add also the damage that has been done on the inside. It's a lot of rubble in there, but they're continuing to go right at the defense.
And it's the Bucks ball. They're on a 13-5 run. Into the lane. Count the basket. 9 points in the game so far.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Here's Lee. What a terrific move that was.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now here is Holiday. He's got 9. And a wide open look for Portis. And it's Antetokounmpo picking up the assist.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
And Craig has it in the corner. The inside over Allen. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
Damian Lee.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Third team foul.
Bucks leading by 9. Holiday attacking. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
Drew Holiday has been on display for Milwaukee. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter. And
Fans, please give a big round of applause for your son, FrienDs.
welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter of play here on Noche Latina. Vámonos. Guys, we've seen the Bucks really take control here early.
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
Lopez outside. Just 5 on the clock. Middleton outside. The three-pointer off the mark. And it's Paul with the ball for the Phoenix Suns. It's a 13-point game.
And talking about a franchise that has done a complete 180, look no further than the Phoenix Suns. Before 2021, they hadn't even been to the playoffs in 10 years.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. Pass to Durant. And there's the call on Durant. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
Bucks leading by 12. Right now, I'd send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thanks very much, Kevin. Well, of course, Giannis is the Bucks leader, but it's still Coach Bud who calls the shots. Giannis says, as players, we have to accept Coach's plan. You got to trust. That's the only way it's going to work. And sometimes it won't. Sometimes I'm going to execute the game plan, and sometimes I'm not. Not because I don't want to, but it's just not my day. Kevin, that is very, very good perspective.
Agreed. Thanks, David. And that one's good, Ayton. In just 4 seasons, Phoenix Greg went from last in the conference to the best record in the entire NBA. It's been an unbelievable story.
And there's a lot of talent on this team, not to mention a great coach in Monty Williams. The future is bright for this franchise. Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact. And something you have to remember about Drew Holiday, he was a key player in helping the Bucks win their historic title in 2021.
He was unbelievable in that entire postseason. Started every game, averaged 17 points, was going to take on the toughest guard opposing player and accept that challenge for every series, and took them to the title.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Kicks it down to Middleton. Pass to Lopez. Oh, and Antetokounmpo hammers it in.
And you love it when your star player gets down there and gets dirty, and that time Antetokounmpo in there.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
There's the drive. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
Durant wide open. He fires. And again, unable to change momentum here. And Holiday throws it down. With Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines, we have David Aldridge reporting. Today's game continues this Los Angeles Clippers homestand.
Yeah, and these fans could not be any more behind this team right now. The winning streak has kind of captured the entire public's imagination, and the level of enthusiasm, man, is off the charts.
2 points, that one goes. Embiid's got the game going with his first points of the game for Philadelphia. And with the addition, Greg, of the play-in tournament, we're seeing more meaningful games here late in the season.
Yeah, we're seeing teams battle for positioning more than ever. You have multiple teams trying to secure that 6th seed to avoid the play-in. Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe.
What we know unequivocally is the best players being your hardest workers, the guys who want to be held accountable, make such an impact on your program, and that is Russell Westbrook to a T.
Now Leonard. James Harden missing on the 3. To the inside. The shot's good from Westbrook.
Well, Kawhi Leonard has improved his passing ability on time and on target. Yes, sir.
Here's Harden. Pass to Dedmon. And Dedmon throws it down.
And they know for next time, don't let him establish position down low.
Coaches call that doing your work early. If you are there defensively, it really does not allow for him to establish that kind of excellent positioning down low.
And since Tobias Harris got his big contract with the Sixers, Greg, some say they chose him over Jimmy Butler.
And while Tobias is nice, he's never been an all-star, and that's one of the few downsides to a big payday. Some might say he's overpaid. I'm sure he'll take the trade-off.
Just 4 to shoot. Yep, that one goes.
You can see the handle of Kawhi Leonard so much tighter than it used to be. How confident is he off the dribble?
Pass to Dedmon. Back to Harden. And here is Dedmon. Buries the long-range jumper. Dedmon's got 5 points so far.
Well, it's Harden continuing to evolve as a playmaker. This guy, including his teammates, making them feel good.
And there's the foul. It's on Dwayne Dedmon. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Coming onto the floor for the 76ers.
Outside for George. Back to Westbrook. Outside, George. Clock is at 3. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
Now, into the lineup for your Clippers.
And Embiid has got the ball here for the Philadelphia 76ers. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game played.
Really a disappointing effort. That game could have and should have been closer than it was.
Listen, I don't fault the effort. That was there all night. It was the quality of play that was lacking. There was not a ton of cohesion. They've got to figure it out.
Now here's Embiid. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go.
And check out Embiid's athleticism. Just because he's big doesn't mean he can't move.
Los Angeles with another miss. And Greg, the Philadelphia 76ers have made it very clear that they are all in on a title run.
And their front office has been very focused on trying to get top-tier talent on this roster. After the trust the process era, they're now aggressively pursuing titles here in Philly.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. And the 76ers making a change here. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. 7-point differential. In the corner, Powell with it. And just miss after miss right now.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Back to Harden. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Pass to Dedmon. Just 5 to shoot. Stolen by George. Jumps up. And George with the stuff.
Well, the length of Paul George creating opportunities for his team. He covers an awful lot of ground with that wingspan.
Summer of 2014, Doris. Paul George suffering a leg injury playing for the national team.
Kevin, I remember that injury like it was yesterday. There were many, including me, who wondered whether Paul George could ever be the same guy. And amazingly, he puts in all the necessary work and I think has come back better. That is a huge credit to his work ethic and his grit.
Tucker drops in the tray.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Pass to Embiid. And the dunk by Embiid.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
Well, you set the tempo early, and when you get command and control of a game, it's perfect.
Here's Harden. Oh, and James Harden throws it down hard.
Wow, James Harden putting a little sauce in the finish. Nicely done.
Batum for 3. A big-time effort for Joel Embiid, providing a lot of energy for the Philadelphia 76ers. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific... And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the 76ers.
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
And they've also shown dominance in the paint so far tonight, really putting the work in down low.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thank you, guys. Now, Tobias Harris has been the leading scorer on teams in the NBA, but on the Sixers, he understands his role is different. He says, I'm not a guy who's going to press for looks. The ball's going to flow how it flows, and I just got to be ready when the opportunity comes my way. That's what winning basketball is all about. Kevin?
David, thank you. A baseline J, and that one goes long.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
Pass to Batum. George with the ball. Shoots over Tucker. Here's Batum. The three from Leonard. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Leonard's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Clippers.
And since 1999, the Clippers and Lakers have shared their downtown LA arena, the only NBA teams to split a venue, but that's going to change soon.
And they pick up two.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Pass to Batum. On the wing, George. And it's off from three-point range. The Clippers broke ground on their new arena, set to open in Inglewood in 2024. I've seen the footprint. You fly right into LAX, and you see it every time. It's going to be beautiful.
And that'll be huge for the Clips. They're trying to create their own identity in Southern California. Having a venue just for the Clippers will help.
Los Angeles calls timeout. Clippers trail by 13. Pass to Zubac. They'll double him with Harrell. Here's Mann. The kick out to Westbrook. Good on the triple. Westbrook's got his second bucket tonight.
And they are absolutely stroking it from beyond the arc.
Here's Maxey. Banked in off the glass.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
For three, Covington. No good there. Now the 76ers take it the other way. This, their first look at this year's Los Angeles squad.
And going back a season ago, it was a win for both sides in their two meetings.
You know, despite the disparity in talent, these two teams played each other tough last year. Let's see how competitive they are this time around.
Mann can't hit. The 76ers leading by 14. And Doris, the unlimited energy Montrezl Harrell plays with is very special.
It's exactly why he's in the league, Kevin. Think about it. He's a little bit undersized for his position, but you will not outwork Montrezl Harrell, and it's why he gathers respect in every locker room he plays for.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
And it's Covington atop the key. Back to Westbrook. Clippers moving the ball around. Mann can't hit. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Maxey with it. Westbrook picks him up. It's good. Nice touch there from Maxey.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
Boy, just sheer dominance, the ability to step into enemy territory and flat out take over. This is impressive.
Pass to Harrell. Leonard with the steal. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And part of the reason they're down is that they haven't been as strong in the paint here in the second.
Both teams will make substitutions. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
Aston Yang to the right side. And here is Milton. 6 to shoot. They set the pick. Fires the 3. 76ers with the new shot clock. Another shot. Harris misses.
I don't know if he's trying to show off for the crowd or what, but there's no reason for that kind of shot.
In the corner, Powell with it. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And offensively, a little bit of a careless toss. You could have used a better angle on that pass.
Kicks it out to Gordon. Nailed from three-point land. Gordon's got his first 3 points of the game.
They're having more success from three-point range here in the second after a rough first quarter from deep.
Well, you know that Montrezl Harrell is one of the best rollers in the NBA. Even when the defense is waiting for him, this guy's so hard to stop.
Ball's knocked loose. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers sitting with a comfortable lead up by 14. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. We've got more in store for you right after this. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Morris outside. Outside for George. Outside Westbrook. Pass to Leonard. Beyond the arc. Rebounded by Tucker.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
To the middle. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Well, Greg, we see it every year. Those overachieving teams in the NBA. What enables them to be greater than the sum of their parts?
Well, listen, luck can play a part, but confidence is a huge factor as well. If you walk into that gym every night believing you'll find a way to win, oftentimes you do.
Double team on Westbrook. It's George on the wing. The shot's good on the assist by Morris. George has got 10 points.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
And Tucker has it in the corner. Down low. Here's Embiid. And Embiid throws it down.
And guys, we've become accustomed to this. Embiid's a dynamic scorer who's comfortable shouldering the offensive load.
The shot's good from Westbrook.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row. And really, whatever your take on Russell Westbrook is now, you can't deny his place in NBA history. Voted as one of the NBA's top 75 players of all time.
Outside for George. It's George on the wing. Rebound by the 76ers. They led by as many as 18 points.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Dedmon a screen. Inside. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. Greg, it is impossible to argue against Westbrook belonging to that top 75 players list, isn't it?
It really is, Kevin. I mean, his career numbers and accomplishments speak for themselves. A very unique player, easily one of the best during his prime.
Westbrook surveying the D. And that one hits back iron. And so Harden will bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. Leading by 12.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Los Angeles calls timeout. Clippers trail by 14. Outside Covington. Outside for George. Stolen by Harden. Now the 76ers on the break. And slam dunk by Harris.
Yeah, such a smart offensive player. Harris in just the right spot there to finish on the break.
Stolen by Tucker. Pass to Dedmon. Now here's Embiid. And Harris wide open. He shoots. Cans it from downtown. Harris has got 7 points.
And through hard work, this has become Harris's bread and butter. A knockdown shooter off the catch. And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
From deep, George. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy. Just struggling to make shots right now.
And you know what? He's shaking off the cold shooting performance from the first half.
Well, Greg, what can you say about Joel Embiid's growth from a leadership perspective? Pretty impressive, isn't it?
Tremendous, Kevin. Carrying the Sixers with everything they went through. Even though he came in second in MVP voting 2 years in a row, no player more important to his team than Joel Embiid.
There has never been hesitation for James Harden to mix it up, down low. Tremendous job drawing contact.
And he makes the first. And both free throws good for James Harden.
The old phrase, he lives at the line, that is James Harden, folks.
Outside Leonard. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. An easy 2 points on the layup. And that's 10 points for Kawhi Leonard.
I'll tell you, what a night. He has been efficient. He's been strong. Unfortunately, they're still fighting an uphill battle.
Pass to Tucker. From deep. No good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. Now Leonard. The three-pointer, no good. And oh, here we go. Harris, nobody back. Here's Dedmon. Embiid wide open. It's good for the 7th time this game. He's shot 7. He has made 7.
I am simply blown away by his accuracy. He has made every shot, and what's most important, his team is winning.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
And Harden with the stuff.
This is James Harden deep in his bag. Off the dribble drive. Put that defender in the rear view, James.
The tray. Here's Harden on the wing. Oh, he nails it just in time.
One eye on the rim, one on the clock. What a play.
Coaches talk about ending quarters. Well, you cannot.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Here's Harden. Greg, we know a lot of teams using former NBA officials now working as consultants to teach their players how the refs see the game. I guess always looking for that edge.
Yeah, Kevin, I think it's a great idea because philosophically sometimes as the rules evolve, players got to learn how to evolve with them. So not getting the calls you might expect, also how you communicate with officials. I think all of that stuff plays a big role in just furthering that dynamic between the officials and the players.
Here's Highland. Got a hand on it.
Well, statistically not the most imposing shot blocker, but he gets every bit of that one, did Tucker.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team. Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Hello from 2K Sports. We're honoring diversity and culture tonight with the NBA celebration of Noche Latina. I'm Brian Anderson at the table with Grant Hill and Brent Barry. Our reporter is Allie LaForce.
I mean, they're playing with such great confidence on a nice win streak here. But tonight, it's a huge test for them. They'll get to see where they stand among the elites.
Embiid to the middle. Shot clock at 6. And Durant with the block. Outside Paul. Takes a 3. And the call will be against James Harden. That's his first foul.
Kind of a ticky-tack foul there, but you have to be aware that's how the refs are going to blow the whistle tonight.
Here's Booker. He's a tough guy to check, averaging almost 28 points a game. And down the stretch here, each night threatens to reshuffle the playoff seedings.
Well, I love this time of year, BA, because you're getting up in the morning, you're jumping on the internet, you're trying to check to see, well, what happened last night? Did they lose a half game? Are they up 2.5? Can we still get there? This is what it's all about.
Now here's Paul. They look to him to score consistently, averaging around 13.5 a game. And Embiid with the block.
A menace on the defensive end. Embiid's reach disrupts your offense.
And it's Phoenix's ball. Defeated by Milwaukee in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
And their body language was unimpressive. They looked defeated much of the night, and because of it, they took the L.
Yeah, and they didn't get, like, blown out in that game, but it felt deflating, and it felt like they got crushed. They could not get anything going, no matter who they had out on the court.
The kick out to Paul. On the wing, Durant. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And so the ball out of bounds. Ayton touched it last.
Well, that's two teammates who need to reintroduce themselves to one another, not on the same page.
A few unsuccessful trips in a row here, and we're still knotted up.
And the move that really shook up the NBA world. I mean, Kevin Durant asking and receiving a trade out of Brooklyn. Now, with this team, he makes them a title favorite overnight.
Nice shot by Durant.
And Chris Paul is going to find anybody that's leaning the wrong way, let alone leaving an open man.
Harris misses.
And so far, the team just 1 of 5, and that rim shrinking.
Screen by Durant. And Booker with the jam.
And Devin Booker at 6'5", cleared for takeoff.
Harris outside. Back to Harden. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give him credit for finding a weakness there.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Paul for 3. Here's Durant. Here's Ayton. Goes up again. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
First personal foul.
Lots of times you don't mind fouling a big, but Ayton's a solid foul shooter.
Phoenix, DeAndre Ayton taking 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
Well, DeAndre Ayton was so valuable in that 2021 playoff run for the Suns. Shot over 65% the entire postseason on their way to that NBA Finals appearance.
Corner shot. And here's another one for the Sixers. The Suns trailing. Now Payne. Releases. Phoenix no good that time either. And the former 1-1, the first overall draft pick. Ayton, he's just a different matchup.
That size, BA, and that great touch around the rim. He runs the floor. He's a big presence down there. You just don't see a ton of centers like him around this league like you once did in the 80s and early 90s. Ayton's game presents a pretty hefty matchup issue.
1 minute left now in the first quarter. Pass to Payne. Down low. Here's Biyombo. And it's blocked by Dedmon.
Well, some more of the reach effect of Dedmon, the way he times that one. Impressive shot blocking ability.
Already +5 in terms of rebound margin.
Harden from outside. He drops it from range. Harden's got 13.
They're locked in and focused on making each possession a success.
That's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control.
Screen by Embiid. Out to Harris. Pass to Dedmon. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. James Harden. He's been the guy making things happen for the 76ers. His fingerprints were all over that quarter. 13 points, leading the charge. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. All right, guys, what's your take on the Sixers so far?
Just excellent first quarter defense. They've been really getting after it.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
He just couldn't overcome the perimeter coverage. Shut him down.
Joel Embiid.
You know, in the past several seasons, there's been one constant with the 76ers. They're going to be among the best defensive teams in the league.
Now here's Paul. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Good work there as it goes.
Chris Paul not afraid to go inside, play amongst the trees, and still find a way to score.
Harden, deep three-point land. From beyond the arc, and then some. The Sixers' identity really does center around their defense.
It's so true, B.A., and they've done a great job playing to their strengths. That's the key for any contending team. Maximize your players' talents. Philly has done that as well as anybody.
6 to shoot. And here's Biyombo. Whoop, there's the shot clock violation. So they'll turn it over. with two Hall of Famers, Doris Burke and Grant Hill. I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce, our reporter. And so off the tip, it's Boston. Now here's Horford. Tatum with a steal. And we're expecting an intense battle in the front court tonight, Grant. Both teams with a lot of talent in those positions.
You know, B.A., it'll be an interesting matchup here with the talent and size of their front court. It should make this game extra challenging for these squads. They can't just count on being the dominant force down low. They'll have to get a little creative.
Williams with the screen. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
And you have to think that one advantage this Celtics team has is a deep roster. Lots of quality guys they can assemble different ways. They're pretty adaptable.
You know, a versatile bench really is a gift for the Celtics in tough situations.
And even a great starting five isn't perfect against every opponent. It's important to have flexibility, and that's something that Boston definitely has.
Tatum from long range. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Absolutely a threat. You've got to be on Tatum on the catch in three-point territory, or just like that, he will shoot lights out.
Now here's Smart. It's Brown on the wing. Smart right side. Back to Tatum. 6 to shoot. Here's the second effort. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Robert Williams picks up 1.
Well, Jason Tatum forces that defender with the up fake to get off his feet, and he does a tremendous job drawing contact.
The Celtics making a switch here.
And guys, talk about silencing the critics. Tatum made first-team All-NBA last year and led the Celtics to their first finals appearance in over a decade.
Inside. Kicks it out to Smart. Here's Williams. Soft touch off the glass.
That'll drive your coach crazy, failing to box out. Ugh.
And to me, this is a common theme that's running through the league right now. Guys looking to leak out rather than box out.
Now here's Tatum. His last outing, we saw him score 22. Back to Brown. And stolen by Williams. There's Tatum with the 3. The second effort. Kicks it out to Smart. Over Williams. And Williams punches it home.
Well, it's just outstanding distribution from Marcus Smart, keeping his eyes peeled in order to find his guys in their spots.
You know, probably the biggest shift for Tatum, his advancement at the defensive end, Grant.
Oh, no question, B.A. And that's imperative at the small forward position. Think about it. You have guys like LeBron, Kawhi, KD. Now Jason Tatum is in that elite two-way group as well. And you have to put Jimmy Butler in there as well.
And here we go, the Celtics on the run. Here's Brown. Hauled in by Brown.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
Outside, Williams. Smart outside. 5 to shoot. Brown draws the double. Whoop, there's the shot clock violation. So they'll turn it over.
Boston ball. Checking in for the Celtics, Derek White.
And here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes played. Smart left side. Horford for 3. Sinks it from distance.
This is how Al Horford has adjusted to make himself a modern NBA big. In rhythm, off the catch, beautiful.
Timeout called, the Celtics. Here's White. He's averaging more than 12 a game, a consistent threat on offense. Brogdon from outside. Boston, no good that time either.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Tatum gets the bucket.
Once Jason Tatum has the ball in his hands in the painted area, this guy will power through. He'll put it up and over you if necessary. He knows how to score it.
And Jaylen Brown gets a whistle that time. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
To the inside. Here's Williams. That one's good for two.
Malcolm Brogdon has been rock solid since he won the Rookie of the Year award. This guy's capable as a scorer, and what a pretty pass there.
Here's White. Rebound Boston. Outside Tatum. He takes it in. And then Tatum slams it in.
I tell you, this guy is capable of some amazing finishes. Jason Tatum, my goodness.
Man, that was fast. They're already up by double digits.
Wow, they've come out strong. Control the pace, assert their will. Nice.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
Muscala. Some solid defense from Williams. That won't go either for Tatum. And so it's Boston, now holding a 12-point lead at quarter's end. How about the way they've attacked the paint? Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. All right, guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for Boston?
Well, the effort they've shown on defense has been infectious. Everyone on this team continuing to jump at opportunities to come away with steals.
And the other thing that's working for them tonight, getting out into the open floor. A lot of the damage coming in transition.
They're really in control on both ends of the floor right now, forcing turnovers and finding easy points while the other guys struggle to keep up.
Tatum way outside. Williams grabs the board.
What has to excite you about Jason Tatum is how consistently he puts work into perfecting his craft. His idol is Kobe Bryant. He is a guy that wants to continue and will work to get better.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
Doris, Tatum has already accomplished so much early on in his career.
Yeah, but you get the sense this guy is nowhere near finished. Jason Tatum is a guy who wants to be seen as an all-time great when his career is said and done. He is someone you can count on to give you everything he's got.
Well, you know it takes courage to draw charges. Guys get trucked all the time, and they still call a blocking foul. You think more of those should be no calls, Grant?
You know, B.A., courage is the right word. If you're willing to step in there and sacrifice your body for the sake of the team, you know what? If you don't give them a charge, I'd prefer the no call. I like that idea. Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense, man.
Outside, Brown. On the wing, Tatum. 6 on the shot clock. Brown can't hit. Fast break. Here come the Celtics. He goes up. Oh, Tatum slams it home.
Each season, Jason Tatum has added something to his offensive arsenal, and right now he's putting everything to exceptional use.
Pass to Williams. He's off on that one. Now Boston takes it the other way. And this is their first time matched up with the Celtics this year. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thank you very much, Brian. Well, Jaylen Brown has been vocal when it comes to social justice. He said, quote, people need to step up and use their platform. Keep conversations alive and show people that you care. Where your influence is biggest, try to leverage it. Brian, he knows his stuff.
Stand up. Allie, thanks.
Well, consistent catch-and-shoot opportunities will be available for Jason Tatum, and he makes good on it.
To the middle. Here's Williams. And Williams punches it home.
That's how you share the rock. He does this time and time again.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. So both teams making some changes here. If they're going to go on a run, Grant, there's no better time than right now.
You're so right, B.A. I think they definitely expected a closer game than this.
Boy, when you think about the Boston Celtics and their fans, I think one thing that makes them unique, it isn't just the state of Massachusetts, right? It's the entire region of New England.
Yeah, Doris, if you're anywhere in the northeast portion of the U.S., you're going to see a lot of Boston jerseys.
Well, Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, Rhode Island, they all adopt the Celtics as their hometown team. But here's what's even more impressive, B.A. Go to any NBA city, any of the other 29 cities, and you are going to see Celtic green jerseys. That is a fan base that travels well.
Outside White. Puts up a three. Pass to Hauser. From outside the arc. Tatum with some nice D. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Griffin.
Boy, not sure what happened on that one. Just an unforced error.
Down low. Here's Hauser. .121 left in the second period. The kick out to White. Oh, they get a hand on it. It's stolen by Smart. Boston with a rebound.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Here's Horford. And Horford powers it home.
One thing you can't afford is to allow Al Horford to get to this spot. It's over if you do.
Smart outside. Outside, Brown. Crafty move. And he knocks the jumper down. Brown's gotten 4 this quarter.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Back to Pritchard. Let's go with a 3. Griffin pulls down the board. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here.
Listen, turnovers happen. You've got to move on to the next play.
And so it's Boston with it. 15-point game.
Well, that's his second foul. Does he take a more cautious approach here the rest of the half?
Second personal foul. Third team foul.
Now Smart. Looking for his first basket, still in this one. Here's Hauser. Tatum with the block.
Probably the most underrated aspect of Jason Tatum's game is his defense. Size, length, strength, you name it, sends that one back.
A dominating first half of play, and so far it hasn't been close. It's the Celtics leading by 17. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second.
When you think about Al Horford at his best, he is one of the league's most versatile big men. This guy is a very strong passer. He can defend across positions, including switching out on the perimeter, and he can knock down open threes.
Shooting for Boston.
And it may have taken 10 years, but Horford's defense finally got recognized in 2018.
Yeah, he made the NBA's all-defensive team that season, BA, and he may not be a shot-blocking force like some of the great defensive players in this league, but there isn't a weakness to his game on the defensive end.
Boston on offense. 18 points separating these teams. That's the biggest lead of the game.
Well, you've got to get out on Jaylen Brown now. This is a young man who has shown great strides in improving his perimeter game.
Tatum. And the ball out of bounds. The Celtics will have it. The kick out to Williams. From downtown. Good, and it's Horford who picks up the assist. Williams has got 5.
Al Horford is such a tremendous passer as a big man. Wow, does he get work done offensively.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Tatum. And for those tuning in, we're about a minute into this second half. From 9 feet to the paint. Pass to Brown. Kicks it out to Smart. 4 on the clock.
When you watch him play, you can feel the effect that Marcus Smart has on a basketball game. Defensively, this guy is as good as any guard in the league, and he has multiple all-defensive selections to show for it.
He hits the second from the line.
And you know what I love is Marcus Smart just continues to improve. We know he's a powerful athletic guard, but he wants to keep building different aspects of his game.
Screen by Horford. The kick to Tatum. From deep three-point range. Hauled in by Brown. The Defensive Player of the Year in 2022. Doris, Marcus Smart. His defense sets the tone for this team.
It does, B.A. There's no doubt about it. They feed off both his energy and his attitude. There are so many little things that Marcus Smart does that can get into the head of opposing ball handlers. He pressures the basketball. He'll get strip steals. He can also pinch down in the post and give some assistance to a big man. The effect on winning is real.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Here's Brown. And Brown with the stuff.
Well, you like the poise of the young player like Jaylen Brown. He's not throwing up bad shots, just bides his time, doesn't let the clock affect him.
Here's Hauser. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Grant, you look at the playoffs last year. I mean, a lot of big-name stars struggled to deliver. Is that every year, or you think that was an anomaly?
You know, B.A., I think it was a bit of an anomaly. I mean, I think you think what's happened in the league in the last few years with the bubble and then the restart last season, there's been a lot of basketball played, and I think it's impacted a lot of players. So I think moving forward, we'll get back to a level of normalcy with the rest and recovery of the offseason, and big-name stars will continue to excel and thrive in the years to come.
Both teams will make substitutions. Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. Pass to Smart. Now White. 5 on the clock. Tatum from long range. He can't hit that time.
They've had a slight leg up on the boards and a big leg up on the scoreboard.
Yep, count it.
Well, this is what they love seeing from Jaylen Brown, the aggressiveness down near the cup. This guy's attitude tremendous.
White can't hit. They're enjoying a sizable lead.
And what I like, B.A., they haven't stopped pressing the issue.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, the Celtics are handing the keys to the 2 J's, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. There have been growing pains, and even some question if the pair could coexist. But Brown said, quote, "The adversity will help us grow. As long as I'm on the same page with him and he's on the same page with me, we're all good." Brian?
Figuring it out, Allie. Thank you. Pass to Brown. Boston with a rebound.
Boston foul. Jaylen Brown. 3rd personal foul. 4th team foul.
They're finding a rhythm from the line as they try to cut into this deficit.
A minute 31 left in the third. Pass to Williams. Over to the left wing. Here's Muscala. Oh, great D that time from Griffin. Boy, we're seeing inspired play out of them.
And that's certainly reflected in the score.
And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here.
You see his active hands knocking that pass out of bounds.
Well, that's what you call a game of inches. They talk about it in football. We see it right there. Well, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
Pass to Williams. To the inside. And stolen by Williams. And out of bounds. Boston will have it.
Celtics substitution, Peyton Pritchard.
They have really been in control of this one.
You don't want to get complacent here.
And here's Brogdon. From deep. Rebounded by Brogdon.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Pass to Pritchard. Now here's White. Williams on the wing. Outside Brogdon. Left side White. Just 5 to shoot. Late clock. The Celtics got to hurry here. Puts one up from 19.
We are live. It's a Thursday night presentation here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. Last game for the Warriors, the loss to the Clippers.
And guys, there's really a fine line between being aggressive and being out of control. And in that one, they crossed the line.
Well, you can do a couple things with turnovers. They committed too many, and then they didn't force enough. So a tough go in that category.
That'll be a 5-second call. And you want to talk about key matchups? We've got a vital matchup, an important matchup right here this evening.
And so awesome for us to be able to watch these two teams. I guarantee you, Kevin, the rest of the league is tuning into this one.
It's the home of the 76ers here in Philadelphia as 2K Sports brings you today's action live from the Wells Fargo Center. Welcome, everybody. Glad you decided to spend your Thursday night with us here at 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll be hearing from David Aldridge on the sideline. Right now, the 76ers are back in town for just one game and looking to play well for their home fans.
And when you think of the elite teams in the NBA, this is one of the teams that pops out at you. Had the great season we expected from them.
Well, they just looked like they were on autopilot for most of it, to be honest with you. Effortlessly dominating, super impressive. This team has it going.
Now Murray. James Harden missing on the three. Here's Jokic. The shot from the low post is good. You know, as the regular season, Greg, winds down, you can feel things start to change around the league, can't you?
Yeah, I mean, some teams are getting totally in the zone for the playoffs, while other squads are using this time to plan for next year and try to figure out what went wrong.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, I had a chance to catch up with head coach Mike Malone. This is the first meeting of these two teams, so he didn't know exactly what to expect. But he does know that he wants his guys to attack offensively. He feels their success on that and will dictate their success through the game. So, guys, we can expect them to be aggressive from early on.
Great work, DA. So at the top of their to-do list, Greg, generate buckets.
Yeah, you can get all the stops in the world, but it does you no good if you're not scoring on the other end.
Got to think on top of the game plan, it's about sharing the basketball. If they do that, they'll be just fine.
I think it's pretty clear, Greg, what the goal is for this Denver organization long term.
It's simple, Kevin. Make it to the finals. The Nuggets have never been there. They've been close reaching a conference finals on more than one occasion.
Now, here is Harden following the miss by Jokic. Fires from the wing. And a little luck that time, but it drops.
I mean, how many spots on the floor is Harden not effective from? I'll tell you, not many.
Pass to Gordon. Beyond the arc. Rebound by the 76ers. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game played.
Yeah, lots of sloppy play in that one. Several key miscues. They just couldn't overcome the mistakes.
Well, their defense wasn't exactly solid in that game. So if they could make up for mistakes by causing some turnovers, it might have helped. They didn't even get those.
Here's Jokic. Embiid knocks it loose.
Length plus agility, great recipe for blocking shots. Embiid's one of the best to do it.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
Good work there as it goes.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Now here's Porter. 23 points his last outing. 6 on the shot clock. Jokic, no good.
His touch has left him in this quarter. Nowhere close to the kind of output they need from him.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
And since Tobias Harris got his big contract with the Sixers, Greg, some say they chose him over Jimmy Butler.
And while Tobias is nice, he's never been an all-star. And that's one of the few downsides to a big payday. Some might say he's overpaid. Now, I'm sure he'll take the trade-off.
And the points coming for them now, Greg, in bunches.
And we're seeing what a high-octane offense should look like.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Pass to Caldwell Pope. Here's Murray. And that one hits back iron. Here's Philadelphia. They've got a 10-0 run going. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. That's foul number 2 for him.
Now into the lineup for your 76ers.
Murray scanning the floor. Caldwell Pope on the wing. No good with the triple.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off. That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Murray. Caldwell Pope on the wing. And Embiid with the block. They recover it. And Jokic slams it in. 15 seconds left in the first quarter. On the wing, Harris. Pass to Embiid. Here's Maxey. And that does it for the first quarter. 76ers lead by 6. Live from Philadelphia. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And guys, what's your take so far on Philadelphia?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thank you, guys. Now, Tobias Harris has been the leading scorer on teams in the NBA, but on the Sixers, he understands his role is different. He says, I'm not a guy who's going to press for looks. The ball's going to flow how it flows, and I just got to be ready when the opportunity comes my way. That's what winning basketball is all about. Kevin?
David, thank you. 4 on the clock. Harden grabs the miss. And so it's Harden bringing it up for Philadelphia. And going against Denver, their first meeting of the season.
And really, this is a team that expects to beat everyone when they step on the floor, but they were only able to split the series last year.
And they don't want a repeat of what happened last year here. They know this is an opponent they can handle, and they don't want to give away anything like they did last year.
And Bryant gets it to go.
This is what you want to see from your big guy, just continuing to play aggressive.
And Greg, the Philadelphia 76ers have made it very clear that they are all in on a title run.
And their front office has been very focused on trying to get top-tier talent on this roster. After the trust the process era, they're now aggressively pursuing titles here in Philly.
Well, for Tobias Harris to take this step, getting away from scoring and finding teammates to become a more adept passer, that's good signs.
Bryant. That one doesn't go. Great D that time from Harrell. From outside the arc, another 3 for Philadelphia.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And it's Brown missing.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
The Nuggets trail by 15. Outside Jackson. Brown outside. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Here's Bryant. And it's Joel Embiid with the rebound. Right wing. Back to Harris. Cans it from downtown. Harris has got 6.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Steps back. And stolen by Harris. Harden with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Pass to Harrell. Here is Harden. Back to Harrell. Now Harden.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
To the middle. Harrell, that's good. Harrell's